And we welcome you to another episode of Two Guys, Two Things. That's the theme song.
I'm gonna every week I'm gonna do a new one.
That's the best way to do it. All the other podcasts, like they pay people to make music for them,
and all you got to do is go bam, 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 bam.
That's all you got to do.
The whole
time.
That's it.
We tried to get our friend Mark to do it.
Yep.
For years, didn't do it.
Gave up on that.
He gave up on that, but
we gave up on that.
Oh, well, it was mutual.
Yeah.
I promise you. But no, that's all podcasters need to do. They just need to make up their own.
They make noises.
Let's do it already. And you're listening to Two Guys, Two Things.
We do it. Beep, bop, boom, beep, bop.
Dude, actually, you know what we should do? Mm-hmm. We should sell ourselves out.
Oh, I see.
Mark ourselves and say, hey, we'll write you a podcast.
Got it.
Theme song.
Yeah.
You know?
Make money that way since we're not making it off the podcast.
I'm trying to find an angle.
Yeah.
Trying to find an angle.
Something.
Anyway.
Got to hustle.
All the time. This is the podcast. You found us where we take two semi-trending topics.
True.
That were somewhere buried in the news.
Yeah.
Maybe years ago.
But usually.
I got a story from 1647 about Jamestown, Virginia.
Do you think it would have been funnier if you said, I got a story from 1952? Is that funnier than the 1600s?
They're both funny.
Okay.
They're both funny.
All
But
right.
yeah, I didn't need to go that deep.
Right.
I went too far.
Right. It's like not funny. Now it's not funny.
And I went too far.
That's
too
not far
funny.
back.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, I got it from 1300 BC. Oh, we get it. It's way back. You know what I mean? Now you're too far.
That's a good point. My story came from the mouth of Jesus.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Is that? Either way, but we take two semi-trending topics, discuss them each for 15 minutes, and then we move on with our lives because we have things to do.
Right. We try to get this done as quick as possible.
Like writing theme songs.
Right. I
love it. I'm gonna put that in a loop.
Oh yeah,
and just like, oh my god,
it should annoy the
How
hell
much
out
would you sell that one for?
$50.
That's a $50 one?
That's a $50.
That's a 50?
Yeah, it's a 50.
I don't know. That's a 50.
It's 50. The
20?
first one was like 20 because it was just like 5 notes.
Okay, you pay for the notes per note. Okay, so what we do in this podcast, though, in order to tell our 15-minute story first, we've got to decide who gets to go, and we have a game that we play.
Yes.
So what we do this year, every year we change it, but this year is we both make a bet on something that's going on.
Yeah,
in the
each
news.
week. Yeah, each week we make a bet.
Something that's way more interesting than the topics we discuss.
Yeah. And then whoever wins that bet gets to go first.
Right.
So.
And it's been kind of, I've had a hard time because I have yet to go this year. It's early.
No, plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
We're only like on episode 4. So we saw that, so Caitlin Clark, we both knew she's getting close to breaking this record.
Right.
And we both said it's going to happen against Ohio State.
The all-time NCAA scoring record.
All time.
Yeah, we said, okay, that we're going to make a bet on this.
Yeah.
When's it going to happen? We said Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, but then we agreed, so we said, okay, let's get more specific. And then
I said it's going to happen against Ohio State, and but it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be a crazy like 3-pointer shot, not a half-court shot. It's going to come from an easy shot, like something easy. And how would it happen?
It was a free throw. She beat the record with free throw.
Okay, she did it.
So you guessed that.
I won the bet. I get to go first.
But like every week, I said, okay, free throw. But what's going to happen after she breaks the record? The next day, a lot of sports pundits were going to discredit her. They were going to say she's not the all-time scoring leader in NCAA history because she played women's college basketball and men's college basketball is different. So she's still not the all-time leader. Pete Maravich is.
Pistol Pete, baby.
It doesn't count.
Come on. Hey, women, it's the inferior sport.
Right?
Inferior sex, inferior sport.
Relax with that.
Right?
No, I called it.
Better cooks.
We're a sexist country.
Right?
So you should.
Caitlin Clark, she should play basketball in the kitchen.
That's what they were saying. And that's how I won. I leaned on our sexism and our misogyny of our country and won the bet.
Do you think you could beat her in basketball in the kitchen?
Easily.
Okay.
That's my favorite thing when people are like, I could fucking play in the WNBA. It's like, they'll fucking wipe the floor with you. Shut up.
I went to...
Shut up. You shoot 20% from 10 feet. Get out of here.
I went to a college basketball game, women's college basketball game a couple weeks ago. It was Sac State playing against...
Right.
It was Minute Montana. But... watching these girls, I'm thinking, there's not a single... No. I'm on the floor. They would knock
Right,
me over.
right, and that's like a Division
It's
III
amazing. Oh my God.
college basketball.
It's amazing.
No,
It's
it's people are fucking delirious. It's like, get out of here.
So congratulations, Clayton Clark. Amazing.
Yes,
So, but
good on
I
you.
will say that means Babe Ruth is still the home run champion, right?
No.
Oh, not Babe Ruth. Oh, yeah, he did because he did it in 156 games.
Oh,
Right? Or 154. Okay, doesn't matter. Chris, you get to go first. 15 minutes going on the clock.
All right.
Give me your story. So hopefully there'll be the sound of a doorbell
We'll see.
if it appears.
We'll see.
And if it does, you need to stop.
Oh, wait.
And you need to. If that doorbell rings, you need to stop and you need to burn off all your nose hairs.
Okay.
Okay, what do you have for us?
Okay. First story. So we're gonna go. This is in the UK, and we're gonna talk about a restaurant that slams an influencer's request for a free meal in exchange for exposure. So
Wait, whoa.
no. So this
What
happens.
type of exposure
This
are we
happens.
talking
This
about?
happens a lot. You'll have.
You give me food, I'll show you my boobs?
Influence.
Is this how this works?
No.
I don't like this.
So this is a thing that happens a lot.
Because I've done that. I've gone to like
no.
restaurants and say, hey, I'll show you what's down below if you give me some chicken nuggets.
If you, why
you
would
want to
show you what's down below? I mean,
I'm trying to keep it friendly for the kids, okay?
well, you're not because you even started that sentence in the first place. So you're not.
Down below.
So-
I'm trying to show them Australia.
Is
okay?
that a movie down below?
That's what I call it. I call my nether regions
We
Australia.
no, we got it.
I asked my wife, hey, you want to go to Australia tonight?
No, we get it. We get what you mean. So this is the thing
That's what she says too.
That's happening.
My
Yeah.
wife, I know what you mean.
Then walks out the room. So happens a lot. You see a lot of influencers asking companies for free product, restaurants for free meals, and in exchange, we'll post on TikTok us opening up the product and using it, or we'll post pictures of the meal and say how good it was, and you'll get exposure. So just give us a free meal. So that's what this influencer asked.
Can I just say
Yeah.
that sounds like a scam?
Right, and most of the time it is because it's what usually happens is it's the type of influencers that ask this are like mid-tier influencers, so they have their check or they have
Got it.
a couple dozens of thousands. Is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
Like so they don't have like a couple hundred like followers. They got like tens of thousands, right? And so they're just big enough to be like, check out my viewers, man. I can help you
Right.
out if you just let me eat here for free. Now, usually the big ones with like millions, they get asked. They don't need to ask anybody.
Oh, they ask them.
So don't play dumb.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. But that's already a telltale sign. If you have to ask, you're not big enough to get the free shit.
Once we get this podcast big,
Yeah.
once it's huge,
You're gonna
I
ask?
will never pay for anything ever again.
Because you're gonna ask.
I'm gonna ask, what is it? Buy me a coffee?
Yeah.
That's one of those things.
No, yeah, buy me a coffee.
I'm gonna go to every place I go, restaurants. Buy me a coffee.
You know
we don't even have coffee.
Well,
buy me one.
It's always helpful when you walk into a place and go, "Do you know who I am?" That's a good start, always.
the DMV.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
a place.
So yeah, I think it's a good rule of thumb that
Sit down.
That if
Take a number.
no one knows you, sir. It's always a good rule of thumb
Ugh.
that if you have to ask, you're not there yet. If you are big enough, as big as you think you are, companies are going to be coming to you because they want those numbers. That's just how it goes. If you have to ask, it's not a good thing.
That's what my wife and I with Australia.
So you're right.
She has to ask.
So this influencer asked. It's an unnamed influencer. They won't say who it is. But Lucky Ramen and Sushi, a Pan Asian restaurant in Manchester, so UK, London.
Great Britain.
Manchester. That's not in London. London is London. London's London.
You said it a couple times. Just trying to make it more specific.
Say another name of a city. So this restaurant got asked via Instagram DM, and the what I like about it is the restaurant decided to slam them back, like fuck you, man, like you don't the asses. So the business owners shared a screenshot of the influencer's initial request.
Okay.
And their angered response to the rejection, calling out the entitlement.
Okay. Well, do we have the initial?
Yeah, not the initial,
Okay.
just the response. So the restaurant gets asked. Initially, they wrote back to the influencer and said, quote unquote, "Oh, what a surprise! Another thrilling DM from a blue tick superstar, asking for a free feast in exchange for an Insta post."
Whoa.
And then the Lucky Ramen also noted that exposure does not pay their bills, and they appreciate paying customers even more. So they were tired of this. It sounds like this is not the first time they got asked to give free food for exposure, and it sounds like they were tired of it. He was like, they said, no, exposure doesn't pay the bills. A post doesn't pay the bills. Wow. Get out of here. So the influencer got very, very upset, as you would imagine this type of person would.
A person that's asking for a free ride?
Yeah.
They got upset by this?
They got upset. They called the restaurant out of order. This is how you can tell it's London. You are out of order, sir.
They put on their wig.
Yeah. Yeah, they said they're out of order and hit the gavel. So out of order for attempting to expose them and arguing that influencers like them deserve to eat for free. So this is where it's like, deserve. Wow. Like, this is where it gets bananas. Wow. And look, we're on social media, and I don't have a problem with social media. I think there's things wrong with it. I don't have a problem with it. But these are the type of people and instances that make people think it's just vile, and you know what I mean? Because people like this, like when you start throwing around the word deserve, you don't deserve a free meal at a restaurant. Who? Nobody deserves it. Like, these guys are also trying to have a business, and giving it away shit is this is the problem I have with, for lack of a better word, influencers.
If you're trying to give exposure to a restaurant, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to go to restaurant that no one has heard of?
Right.
Like a startup restaurant?
Right.
That would make sense.
Like fucking that dude who does that. Doesn't matter. We're going to cut this out because I'm going to look like an idiot that I don't know his name.
The pizza guy?
Kyle.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Don't know.
Let's cut it out. So...
But you mean like go to a place that doesn't have any...
Right.
Like it's a brand new place.
If you really want to quote unquote help, right? If you're trying to help anything, it's like...
It's like going to like a Michelin rated star.
Yeah, that's how you can tell this shit's for free. You know what I mean?
We're fine.
Yeah, like we're good, thank you.
I'm going to help this band out, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Don't know if you guys know about the Beatles. We want to help give them some exposure.
Listen, Justin Timberlake just dropped an album. I'm going to DM him and say, hey, if you give me free tickets to your concert...
I'll tell people
I'll let people how it goes.
I'll let them know if it's any good.
So they and
it's kind of mid. Gotta say.
No, now we're done.
Could you imagine though? Like,
no, it's
like if they did get the free meal,
right?
And what if they didn't enjoy the food? Would they actually then like criticize them?
Right.
You know?
That's the thing. I mean, they better fake it if you gave it to them for free. But so they were mad. They also said, just in case you didn't realize,
I can't trust
this is the influencers talking. Just in case you didn't realize, we are doing our best to help and promote you for free. All capitals, 4 E's. We don't expect much.
4 E's.
Just a free meal to compensate for the time, labor, and effort and positive energy that we are supplying you. That's what
calories burned by chewing.
Oh, God.
Alone. That's a lot of calories burned by chewing. So I understand.
It's ridiculous.
The influencer on that.
So
digestion?
It's hard.
That takes a while.
It's tough.
I'm going to probably leave a deuce. Is it a deuce?
Yeah. What's happening right now?
I'm going to leave a deuce in your toilet. You know, a lot of energy in that.
You're saying a lot of weird stuff.
I just dropped a deuce.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't been a bra in a while. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta remember how to be one.
So so after the restaurant exposed them and put their DMs out. So the fact that they also say the fact that you want to expose us influencers like that, we will not be coming by anytime soon to support. Your food looks good, and we heard it's great. Busy vibe, hence trying to support. So just support then.
No, but I heard it's a busy place.
Yeah, it's busy. It's busy, good vibes.
You clearly are doing very well without me.
We want a free meal to let everybody know from your busy restaurant.
It has a line outside the door
to come eat here. That there's a 3-month waiting list to get a reservation. All we want is to say how good you guys are.
You guys could do even better.
Yeah. If
all my subscribers got to watch
my God.
Wow.
So the influencer has the audacity to say, "But your arrogance makes me sick." They said that to the restaurant owner. Yeah, it's like, okay. But then they talked about deserving to eat for free. So I know, don't like these. Most people don't like these type of people. But when you hear this type of story, do you feel like this is like, oh, this is influencers, it's the norm, or do you feel like these people give influencers a bad name? Right? There's a fine line, but do you feel like, no, they're giving a bad name, or it's like, yep, see, influencers, scum of the earth, we don't need them?
I would never judge everyone based on one person. So clearly, yes, they are the scum of the earth.
Influencers or these people?
Yes.
All of them.
All influencers.
Got
Putting
it.
this in one basket.
That's fair.
No.
Yeah.
There's good apples, bad apples.
Yeah.
All these apples.
Like this is like this type of these actions, this behavior makes me so infuriated. It like brings me back to like all my beliefs about like, the type of people that should go to jail, like people who cut in line, all that kind of stuff.
What?
Yeah, like, and these
Whoa,
these are the other type of people. It's like,
so the jail in your mind
right.
is for people that cut line.
Oh man, if you cut in line,
you cut in line, you go to jail. What are you like in second grade?
At least a night in jail.
A night in jail.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like 3 months.
This is like playground rules,
and not prison, jail.
Okay.
So yes, a night in jail.
Someone's like, whittling on a knife. What you in here for?
Yeah, cut in line.
Cut in line.
It's true.
Okay, so I'm driving a little like the speed limit, and
Right.
someone getting annoyed, so they have to pass me when you're not supposed to. Is 2 yellow lines on a curve,
Right.
and the guy just pass me. Is that jail?
No, when it comes to cars and driving, the cutting in line is getting off an exit, and we're all waiting to get off the exit, but the person goes to the left of you because the line's too long, then cuts over to get off the exit. That's cutting in line.
So passing me,
passing you is not cutting in line. No,
even though it was not allowed and it was on a curve.
Yeah, that's their issue. That's not cutting in line because
All right.
you're not waiting for anything. You're just driving along.
Okay.
It's when you're waiting
Gotcha.
to get off an exit.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Or when you're literally cutting in line.
I hear you.
Like at Disneyland or something, fucking jail for a night. No, I'm serious. Put them in jail. And this type of person is the same thing. It's like, I know it's not technically, there's no law about acting, like the way to act like this, but no, you go in jail for a night. Like
Chris,
way you.
We live in a society, and I think you're failing to see that. Or maybe I am. I don't know.
No, they are failing to see it.
No, I agree.
They're failing to see it. So they have to learn their lesson. Like, you don't act this way. Normal people don't act this way. They don't have this entitlement, and you don't get to just say whatever the fuck you want to people and get mad when this. I think that's what ticks me off most is like, not the asking is just like rude and weird. It's getting mad at the restaurant when they responded as if.
It's a given.
Yeah, like as if the restaurant did something wrong.
Right. They feel like they deserve it.
Right.
Yeah.
The words they said, we deserve to eat for free. But that's where the night in jail comes from, is it's almost like gaslighting the restaurant, like as if the restaurant did something wrong here. They're just like, no, we don't need you here. We don't want you here.
Yeah, it's our society. We feel like we're entitled. We're very entitled.
Right, and that's the problem. Sure. Like I guess they always say, like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and so you take your shot. Like, hey, can I get a free meal? And they say no. Don't come back and say how pompous and.
I wonder how good they would be on a date.
Oh God, yeah.
This is a nice first date. Can we go back to your place? No. What? I deserve to go back to your place.
Yeah.
I paid for dinner.
Now we're getting scary.
Well.
Yeah.
It's not that far of a leap.
So it's not that far of a leap. But the influencer wrote all this stuff about how dare you? We're trying to help you for free. All you got to do is give me a free meal. So Lucky Ramen, they responded one more time. So they basically just being sarcastic. Now they just had enough. Now they're just having fun with them. Like they're you know what I mean? So
we would rather have James Corden eat here than you.
Yeah, exactly. Nice callback. So they offered they acknowledged their supposed tactics, and they offered a red carpet for all the influence desired for free meals. Jokingly, they're like, that's what the restaurant said. Yeah, like, you know what, you're right. You should come. We'll get a red carpet for you. We'll take pictures.
Wow.
Like the free meal. They jokingly included extra bonuses like the chef's Crocs and Birkenstocks. They said I'll give you my father's Medal of Honor from the Japan War.
What the hell?
The restaurant invited the influencers to collect their well-deserved goodies.
Is this like the PR team from Radio Shack working on this?
Yeah,
This is amazing.
yeah, exactly. And then they said, then they apologized for the inconvenience they've caused the influencer and all the trouble. So they've had enough. They've had enough.
Wow.
You know what? Come back. I'll give you my father's Medal of Honor from the Japan War. And we're so sorry for the inconvenience we gave you, which I love. Whoever this is running this,
give them a raise.
Social account, I love it.
Oh my
Lord!
Lord!
It's like I love that kind of response, and I think naturally I'm a passive aggressive person, but one of my favorite things is like instead of just like being kind of direct, I love showing a mirror to.
Oh wait, I got some takeout.
Oh,
it's from the Lucky
DoorDash
Ramen.
is here, but I love showing.
I don't have any money though. Can you?
No, I don't have money.
I'm sure they'll give it to us.
Yeah.
We're podcasters.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bring the food in.
For free, right? We're podcasters.
We're podcasters.
I love shining a mirror up to the face, like mocking them, like instead of just being like, "No, this is a dumb request. Don't ever talk to me again," which probably should said. But like, I would be super sarcastic like this restaurant's account.
I don't think anyone is ever going to ask for a free meal from this restaurant again.
Well, they won't. Yeah, they won't.
I mean, like, this is to go after them.
Yeah, I love it.
I haven't heard that before.
Right, and they went after him because after they said, "Oh, another account," like, no, we're not going to do it. So it's kind of going back at him. But once the influencer came back and was like, "How dare you?
Insane.
Do you understand who we are?" Once they said that, they're like, "Okay, if you want to play crack," and then they decided to go for it. Like it's like, we'll roll the red carpet. No, it's so funny. I love it. It's so funny.
When you're rich and famous, what is the privilege you're going to try to get?
Probably. Ooh, if I could have one, like a lot of free shit, it'd be Disneyland tickets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just anytime I want. Hey Disneyland, I'm a big influencer. If you can just give me tickets for the day, I'll promote your amusement park and let everybody know how fun it is. We all know you need it. And then try to get into Disney for free, just because I'm trying to help. We're just trying to help.
Yeah, sure.
Shine the light on Disney.
Yeah.
Let people know about them.
You can threaten them like I have some dirt.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I have some dirt on Bob Iger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know, but these guys.
Does he watch Young Sheldon?
I hope not.
They own it.
Listen, nope. If Bob Iger watches Young Sheldon, I will never, ever watch anything Disney again.
Jeez Louise. So my thing would be if I'm rich and famous, from this podcast, of course.
Right.
My privilege. I'm gonna have my kids bring me chips.
So whenever you want them.
Yes. Hey, that bag of chips on top of the fridge. Can you bring those over to me? And they're like, no.
Do you know how many followers I have?
And they will bring me that bag of chips.
Right.
And then I'm going to have them open it for me and then feed me.
Because of your amount of followers.
They will feed me the chips.
So how many do you need? What do we got? 200 plus?
Yep.
So what do you need to get your kids to give you free chips and feed you chips?
I think probably just like another 10.
All right. That's all we need.
I'm going to try it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll just see if they'll give me the bag of chips.
See what happens.
That's all I need. Okay, my story. Here we go. So I'm going to tell you about a story, this happened. This happened a long time ago, initially, the first part of the story.
Okay. But there's updates or what?
Well,
you'll see.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if you've ever heard this story. So there was the story, Neil Thomas Douglas. He was...
Fake name.
He boarded a flight. This is back in, I think, 2015, okay? Or 2017, I'm not sure, 2015.
Okay.
And he's from Glasgow. Oh my God, that's so crazy because our last
two in a row.
The Willy Wonka story. Yeah, he was traveling to Galway via Stansted on Thursday night.
I feel like not one English word so far that you've said.
But both our stories were UK. I realized too. Anyway, but he got on this flight, this guy, and he sat next to a guy that looked just like him as his doppelganger.
Oh,
so
cool.
Look at this guy. This
Oh,
guy,
nice.
they
I like
both
it.
had beards.
That's fun. Red
both
hair?
from Scotland, red hair.
Okay.
They're on the same flight, and it got weirder because then they went and they found out they checked in the same hotel.
Oh, wow.
Without knowing it.
That's
So they got a pint together.
You're like, why not?
And
At
they're
that point, right? Because
Yeah.
if you're on a plane with somebody that look like you're like, that's cool. Let's talk a little bit. And you get off and you're like, where you know,
Yeah.
I hope you see where you're staying. And you say the hotel. It's like almost as natural. Like, okay, we're hanging out. Like
Sure.
You
You have that connection right
yeah.
away.
Even if it's just for tonight. Tonight's about me and you, buddy. Like me and you got.
We got tonight.
Yeah. Who needs tomorrow?
So,
Yeah.
My story, it's gonna build on that one
Okay,
from
got
years
it.
ago, but it's gonna one up it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that story was from 2015.
I got it.
That was from 2015 with that story. That made news. That picture of them together, the selfie they took went viral, went all over the place.
It's fun.
So I'm going to tell you about a guy. His name is Mark Garland.
Okay.
He's 58.
Related to Merrick?
No relation.
Okay.
No relation to the Supreme Court almost judge.
Almost judge.
Yeah. So, but he was another United Kingdom airplane passenger. He was trying to get on a plane. He was going to Thailand, going to Bangkok. He's a bus driver.
Okay.
Okay, Mark Garland. He hails from Trowbridge, Wiltshire.
These names.
The bus system in Trowbridge, it's fantastic. I mean,
Is that what you hear?
Yeah, that's what I hear. They're always on time.
Uh,
They're very courteous.
that's what they're known for.
That's what they're known
When you drive into the city, there's a sign that says "Welcome to Trowbridge, the home of the convenient buses."
for. And there's a chocolate on each seat.
Oh, nice. And a pillow?
Yeah. Well, not always.
Scented?
I wouldn't trust the pillow.
Okay, got it.
But there's definitely a chocolate.
Okay.
But he went to go check into his flight at the gate, and the agents at the gate were like, I'm sorry, you already checked in.
You're already on this plane.
Yeah. And he's like,
Obviously not, as he's pointing to himself.
yeah.
Because, ma'am. That's okay.
So yeah, he's like, no, this.
Yeah, here's my ticket.
You're not who you say you are.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm Mark Garland. This is my ID. Turns out that the 58-year-old Mark Garland. Well, it turned out there was a 62-year-old Mark Garland
Oh, no.
as well
On the same flight?
on the same flight that had already checked in.
Okay. So here's what's interesting, right? Because that's like 1 in a million chance, same name, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, same name.
And so
Close to the same age.
Yeah.
Almost, you could say Biden Trump. Could be.
Sure.
Could be.
We don't got to bring it there, but
No, I'm not picking sides.
No, I
I'm
know
just
you're not.
saying
I know you're not.
They're not that far apart in age.
no, they're not. And so I get all that, and I get the confusion. However, both the men bought tickets.
Yeah.
So when
Maybe he thought he bought 2 tickets.
because this is where I'm confused because I give my ID when I go to TSA, but when I go to the gate to get on the plane, they just scan my ticket, and the first Mark Garland already scanned in. The second Mark Garland, when he scans in, it's not as if he gave them their name or anything or a ticket that's already been scanned in. He has another ticket.
You also need your ID.
Not when you go in.
A lot of times I still need to show my ID.
Not when I walk onto the plane.
Okay.
Because once you're past that gate, they already showed your ID. I just don't get.
Maybe in the UK it's different.
He has a ticket and he scanned it, and there's like, okay, that ticket's that because his ticket's still valid.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a. Who cares about my name? My ticket's
Well, it could
valid.
have been, hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You bought 2 tickets, Mark. Maybe. Why'd you buy 2 tickets?
All right. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
Well, it says the younger Mark,
Right.
the 58-year-old Mark,
Right.
explained that the check-in employee didn't cross-reference the booking number,
Okay. Yeah.
checked in
Just saw the name.
this other guy.
And was like, no.
All right.
Yeah.
So the younger Mark was at the check-in counter for 40 minutes,
Oh God.
trying to work out the problem.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's always my fucking like. I feel like claustrophobic almost talking about this story because it's like when there's a problem and it's something you cause or like a misunderstanding. I get it, but when it's something like this, where it's like you can't move because you got to solve this problem.
Yeah.
And you didn't do anything to cause this problem. You're like, I fucking bought this ticket. Just let me on the plane, and you just feel so trapped and claustrophobic. It's like my worst fucking type of nightmare where you can't do anything about it because of some other fucking thing. And now 40 minutes standing there trying to plead your case just to say who you are. It's like, it makes me feel dizzy thinking about it.
So this whole issue, then they had to then bring the other Mark Garland out.
Right, to prove.
And say, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so then they met in person, and lo and behold, I'm showing you a picture right now.
Oh, God.
It's not only do they have the same name.
The two bald guys.
They're two bald guys.
Like clean, Mr. Clean, no hair on the face, no hair on the head, bald.
Yes.
And black shirts.
Like you would argue that if they're not the same, they're at least brothers.
Right. Those are definitely brothers.
They look like brothers.
For sure. Same eyes.
4 years apart.
That's funny.
And so, I mean, that's what's crazy. That first story back in 2015, they just looked alike.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But this is the same name.
Same name.
And they look very similar.
Just like those guys. It's so secretly I've always wanted to be involved in a story like this.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I just live my life very mundanely and boring. Just like, nothing crazy like this happens to me. Like, one time I want to be involved. I don't want to be caught at a ticket counter for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's
not
fun.
getting on a plane.
Not fun.
But
you could say, hey, I'm an influencer. I deserve to get on this flight.
For free, by the way.
For free.
Hey, Delta, can we get free plane tickets?
No, you need to go. Well, what's the airlines that the doors fall off?
Delta.
Oh, okay. Well, then yes, they need good
Yeah,
press. They
yeah.
need good. Hey, I want to show how your doors stay on.
Yeah. That's
Alaska Airlines.
That's another funny version of that instead of a restaurant. It's like, hey, American Airlines, listen, we're just trying to help you. Like, do you know, like, all I'm trying to do is just get a free airline ticket, and in return,
for life,
I will, for life, and all in return, I will
only
promote
fly you.
your airline when you need it.
And Southwest.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, it's so silly. But no, all I want is to be involved in a story like this. I think it's so cool.
Well, let me get into that. But let's see. So the younger Mark says, I was shocked at how strange it was seeing his in-flight stunt double.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
A facsimile.
There it is. Nice.
People said that we could be brothers.
Yeah.
He says, look, I'm Mark Garland. And he showed him the passport to the elder Mark Garland, who started laughing and said, well, I'm Mark Garland, and showed him his passport. And they laughed. And then they blamed each other for their problems.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, you're messing me up. Oh, Mark, you're messing me up. Like old pals.
You made my wife leave me.
So anyway, so then they just enjoyed the moment. So then they went they're going to Thailand together. They happen to be going to the same place on the same flight.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense.
So it didn't stop there, though. The craziness, that weird thing didn't work. They actually, when they boarded the plane, they discovered that their seats were right next to each other.
Oh, even better. So now we got 3 hours on this plane ride. That's funny.
It wasn't that they just already have the
pretty
same
good.
name.
That's pretty good.
Look alike.
Yeah.
Their tickets were right next to each other on the plane. So I'm like, is that more confusion for the person? Like, wait a minute, this is the same
Yeah,
seat.
it's like now
now
these poor like flight attendants and like people at the counter are like, are they fucking with us? Like, is this real?
I'm telling you, this is weird. So the flight is an 11.5-hour flight.
Oh God.
Okay, from the UK
to Thailand. Damn, that's an 11-hour. I guess that makes sense. What if they're just horrible people and they hate each other?
Oh, I know.
The longest 11 hours, you're like, oh God, this was fun for a minute, Mark, but
I can't stand you.
I got to switch seats.
I really have low self-esteem and I hate myself.
Yeah.
So
all I see when I look at you is me,
and I think all the failures I ever did.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But they realized they had a lot more in common as they were chatting.
Okay, cool.
Than just their names and their looks.
And seats.
It turns out that they live just 15 minutes apart from each other.
Oh, right. Now this feels fake.
They've unknowingly crossed paths.
This feels fake.
And says here, before like ships passing in the night.
Relax article. It's so funny because like obviously small town or whatever, but it's like unknowingly live that close. It's like, man, it feels like you would notice somebody that would like that would looks like you. Like even if it's not every day you pass them by, it's every once in a while. But it'd be like, there's this guy. It feels like that's something you would notice, right?
My doppelganger.
Yeah. To live that close and then not really ever notice it is weird. But yeah,
it smacks of facsimile. I'm happy because I learned that word.
What's the definition of facsimile?
Something that looks similar to you.
Sure. Like a fax.
The facts of life.
No, I'm saying literally a fax is like you know what I mean?
Machine, a fax machine.
Yeah, like what does it do? It makes a fax.
It's not spelled the same.
It makes.
Anyway,
it's short for fax.
Don't care.
It makes the exact image of what you sent, but it's not. But it's not the image.
Okay.
A fax.
Like a Xerox machine, copy machine.
But that's what.
Thanks for taking us on this road to nowhere, Chris.
You started it.
No, I was just happy that I learned a new word. I didn't know how to say it.
I know you didn't.
I was saying,
which I was
facsimile.
Yeah, no, you said it worse than that.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, facsimile, but no, it shocked me. I don't have a big vocabulary, but it's not here.
I went to Harvard.
Right.
I did.
I did not.
I drove through it.
Yeah. I went. No, literally, I went there.
Yeah, I went there.
I visited.
It was cool.
But no, it's just weird.
Actually, I haven't been to Harvard.
You don't know facsimile.
I don't know why I felt I had to lie about that.
Yeah, you know.
I had to lie about the fake colleges I've seen.
Yeah, not even went to. You're like, I've seen it.
On TV.
But facsimile feels like a word that just people know.
I don't know, okay?
That's weird.
I've seen it. I never knew how to say it.
I got it. Okay.
And now I feel like a jackass in front of millions of people.
Well, yeah, millions.
Thank you. But anyway, the younger Mark says, I'm a bus driver.
He's like, oh no.
And Mark said he sometimes uses that same bus.
See, so these guys are just dum-dums.
Or they're not very observant.
You step up to a bus fucking every day, and as he said, sometimes, every once in a while, and you're just blowing past that bus driver that looks just like you.
Yeah.
That's, oh boy, like...
you think you would get a free ride. You deserve to get a free ride.
He deserves a free ride. And
you look like me, you deserve a free ride.
Please let the second Mark never witness a murder and have to give it a sketch artist a description of.
This is a perfect time to commit a crime, isn't it?
For this guy, you can. Well, for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. It's commit that crime on that bus.
If you have a doppelganger, you set them up for a crime.
Commit a crime for sure. Commit a crime.
That's really
Mark should whatever Mark wants to should definitely commit a crime.
Whichever Mark we're talking about.
Yeah, and you're like, no, check his ID. It's Mark.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, I swear. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like there's another guy that looks like you.
Yeah.
So in addition, both men also discovered they both have 4 children each.
Okay, that's fine.
Although bus driver Mark had never been married. I don't know why they mentioned that. Well, construction worker
just a
Mark.
fucking dig on bus driver Mike or Mark.
He just sleeps with his.
Yeah, he just like
the riders on the bus.
If I'm Mark and like, oh hey, they did a article on me. That's cool.
He has 4 kids, never married.
Yeah, he's reading. He's like, wait a second, that's uncalled for.
That makes me.
Why did you have to put that in the article? Like, just fucking.
How uncouth.
Like, why are
We're
they
a courteous town.
Why are they digging on Mark like that? Jeez.
Construction worker Mark was separated, so they
oh, hey, relax.
But they even know some of the same people.
Oh, wow.
So it says, one of my colleagues knows him and goes for drinks in the pub with him, said the younger Mark.
Weird.
Now, that's weird to me.
That's weird.
Because if you got a mutual friend, one say, hey, I know someone that looks kind of like
you.
You would. Or is the friend dumb and thinks.
He thinks it's the other Mark? That's hella funny. He's like, he calls Mark for a drink at the pub. Oh, hey, Mark, you look taller today. No, yeah, I'm just, same size. Yeah, it's like, yeah, which one is it? Because no, you're right.
Like a really dumb friend.
Yeah, because you're right. You would imagine that if I had a friend, your same height, stature, look, I'd be like, I met this guy at work, Matt. His name is actually Matt. That's weird. And he looks like you. It would be one of the first things I bring up to you.
You would think
if
so.
I met somebody, because I would bring it up even if they didn't have the same name, right? Okay. If they look similar to you, like, oh my God, I just met this guy that just looks like you. Oh, it's also weird. His name is Matt.
My doppelganger just showed up.
And it has the same last name. So it's not only that his friend is stupid and he has 2 friends that look alike, it's the same first name and last name.
But it'd be, I know. But it'd be so great if like you're talking to this other Matt about the podcasts.
Right.
And he's like, I don't.
But
you just go with it.
I just think it's you. Like, that's how dumb I am. I'm like, are we doing the podcast tonight, Matt? You're like, what are you talking? We've never done a podcast together.
You're so funny.
Yeah,
You're okay.
I'll be over in a few. Like, what the fuck? It's
Oh my God.
It is kind of like not that you look alike, but as far as like mutual friends, it's kind of like me and Jesse, because me and Jesse at AR had mutual friends, but we never met.
Yeah.
None of my friends look like Jesse, so that's, but like we went a long time with knowing a bunch of the same people. But the reason
Jesse being your wife,
my wife. But the reason they didn't bring it up is because we don't look alike. I would hope if you had another short 5'5" friend, you know what I mean, that looked like me, you would say something to them. Like, how could you not? That's funny.
So
just the dumbest friends.
So, but then they both have been to Thailand a number of times. 13 times for one.
Jesus.
And the other guy's been there 83 times.
83 times?
Probably why he has 4 children.
And
never been married.
You took an 11-hour flight 83 times? That should be the story. What is the matter with you?
And that's funny because and I'm right on that too, because it's the younger one that has the 4 kids, and he's the one that's been there 83 times. So I mean,
he took an 11-hour flight 83 times.
Why they should investigate that?
Jeez Louise.
Anyway,
that's horrible.
But the 2 Marks now believe it's a permanent bond, and they made friends for life.
I mean, they live right next to each other. They better be friends.
Or no, they will never see each other.
Oh my God!
But how crazy is that? So that's my time. But I did want to say doppelgangers.
Right.
If we had doppelgangers for each other,
right.
Who would it be? And I know you're so mad at me.
Oh boy!
And I'm bringing it up, but it's Breckenmeyer.
I was gonna say Breckenmeyer because I know you always say Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer, and look, and I'm not
because he's a short white guy.
He's a short white guy.
He doesn't have the eyes. They don't look alike.
Come on, make that face.
I don't.
Can we zoom in on this? You see that? I'm gonna show the picture. Make that face. Right there. You gotta look like you're in. Yeah, dude, you could do it. You could pass as
I don't look like Breckenmeyer.
Who would you say? Who would you put yourself
I don't
as?
have one. I don't have
one.
Oh, you know what? Actually, when Breaking Bad came out, I shorted it. Like people said, Jesse.
Okay.
Aaron Paul.
Okay. All right.
Not Paul. Aaron.
Sure.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So it kind of look. People say, no, not say. Have like twice said. I've never gotten like a consistent. Okay. You look like. I don't have that.
I'm gonna put that. We should do that, Chris.
And then put Aaron Paul.
And for me, at one point in my life, when I was a little younger and I was just people said Beck.
Oh, people said younger Beck. You Beck. Yeah. Younger you.
And more recently, Steven Seagal.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Which, I mean, I see that.
I can see that.
Personally.
I can see that.
Anyway.
Yeah, younger you back for sure.
Okay. Anything else? Anything other than you see on that one? Doppelganger?
No.
Okay. All right, takeaways.
All right, takeaways. Be a good person. Don't feel entitled. Just be a good person. Because look, you might meet a doppelganger. You might be your best friend in the whole world. When you walk around thinking you're fucking hot shit, just be better than that. It doesn't revolve around you. World doesn't revolve around you, and you might find something exciting when you open yourself up to more than just yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. That's good. My thing is, I think a couple things. I think if you do have a doppelganger, if you want to murder someone, now's the time to do it.
Set them up, man. Set them up.
And also, don't ever mess with the Lucky Ramen. They will mess you up.
Oh, I can't. I know. I almost want to on purpose.
Oh my God. Geez, they were vicious.
Go at
them.
But
my real thing is I think doppelgangers should eat free at restaurants.
That's fair.
If you're not related and you really are.
Yeah.
If you're related, no, of course you might look alike.
Yeah, you don't need to ask for it. You just walk in and it should be automatic.
You deserve a free meal.
It's automatic.
All right.
Automatic.
All right. Thank you for listening. 2 Guys, 2 Things. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Grocery stores.
We are.
Aisle.
You're 7, I'm 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with the toiletries.
So we're on TikTok at 2 Guys 2 Things. We're on YouTube. You can search 2 Guys 2 Things podcast. We got short videos. We got our full length podcasts on them. We do other sketch type videos. It would be nice to get likes and comments and
free meals.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah. Just and if you want to send us food, we'll take that too, right?
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Always. We'll give the PO box. We still have that PO box somewhere in the desert. Okay. Thank you guys again for listening, and we will see you next week. And
What
the outro song. How much did that cost?
That one's like $700.
Good Lord.